It appears the beast fell from here, but it wouldn't have died from just that. Quiet, Facebook. Seed's talking. Though it may just have run out of time. The prototype only lasts for a night, after all. There's no way that fool could have bested it. It has physical as well as magical strength, but it isn't too intelligent. It's only a beast, after all. Either way, it's unreliable. As soon as it catches the scent of blood, it won't let up, and you never know where it'll turn up. It's as I've always thought. Battles are best fought with one's own hands. Ah, so you think so too? I prefer to end things by my own hand. Well, in any case, we've lost sight of him. Should we head back? It's not in my nature to stop halfway through a mission. If he's traveling along this path, his destination must be Greenhill. If we take horses, we might be able to cut him off. Yeah, you're right. I'd like to try my hand against that guy in combat again. Looks like they're not giving up. If I can just go on for 3 more hours, I should be in Greenhill. When I've made it that far, I can rest easy. It seems my pursuers are slowly giving up. My step gradually begins to lighten. I wonder if I can see it from here. But it wasn't the sight of Greenhill that met my eyes as I scanned the horizon. It was a soldier on horseback. Could it be? Yep. The man who had cut my right leg. I immediately whirled around to return down to the path I'd come on, but another man blocked my way. Long time no see. We were in such a rush last time, I'm afraid I wasn't able to introduce myself properly. I'm Culgan, the commander of the 4th Highland Army. We've finally caught up with you. You've made us work quite hard for this. You're quite the persistent one yourself. Don't you have better things to do than follow me around? Sure, if you were no more than a common thief. But a Harmonian spy is an entirely different story. But Highland and Harmonia are allies. If you kill me, won't it create diplomatic issues between the two countries? That's the least of your concerns. Before I'd realized it, the other man had come up behind me and swung his sword. I spun around, but my injured leg impeded my movement, and I was unable to completely dodge his sword, giving me a fresh wound on my left arm. You're as light on your feet as ever. It was by the request of a high-ranking Harmonian officer that we came out this way, and the dog's gonna obnoxiously bark. It would seem that your situation is quite complex, A high-ranking Harmonian officer? What in the world is he talking about? Only the captain of the garrison is supposed to know about my infiltration mission here. Your right leg, your left arm, what's next? Mr. Charlatan? Charlatan, huh? Was that your attempt at a joke? You could say that. Well then, why not try this on for size? I slip a flash bomb into the palm of my right hand, and a throwing knife into my left. Take this! Just as I attempted to set off the flash bomb, Seed knocked it out of my hand with a single strike of his sword. Did he introduce himself to you? I don't think he did he? Then you should know his name, but I don't know, whatever. Maybe he did. Maybe I missed that. I don't know. Well, what now? Enough of your clever little tricks. Get serious. Good. He's just toying with me. But even so, it doesn't look like there's any chance of me escaping this time. For a moment, the thought of releasing the swords on my back fills my head, but I desperately resist the temptation. Fine. If you want to fight this out to the bitter end, I'll be your opponent. So, you finally come around. There was no need to lead us on this wild chase to get here. I have a few firebombs that I hadn't used in the fight with Elsa and the Golden Wolf in my right sleeve, some throwing knives in my left, darts in my right gauntlet, and the wired anchor in the left. It'll be alright. Let's do this! Your expression has changed. It seems you're finally ready to be serious about this. Now, face me. Take this! Feigning a leap, I backstep and throw a firebomb with my right hand so that it'll detonate right in their faces. Water Road. Are you gonna heal yourself? But Culgan called on the magic of his water rune, and the firebomb, extinguished, anticlimactically, fell to the ground. Well, that didn't go over too well. Well, if that's how you're gonna be... I immediately threw a knife with my left hand, but Seed parried it with ease. However, I was counting on that. It was time to set up the shot for my favorite dart. Thunder Rune, strike down my enemy. Lightning shot from Culgan's left hand, and amidst that blinding brilliance, Seed lunged forward to attack with surprising force. A synchronized sword and magic attack. Oh, they're using the Unite attacks, that's not good. Even if I was able to dodge the sword, I'd be fried to a crisp by the magic attack, and if I endured the magic, I'd be stabbed by the sword. You just can't win. Huh. I absorbed the impact with my arms, leaving them numb. Gripping an earth talisman in my hand, I'd use my left arm to absorb the lightning strike, and use my right arm gauntlet to defend against the sword's blow. But I wasn't out of the frying pan just yet. Or, rather, it might be more accurate to say I'd fallen into the fire. I only had the strength to fend off one more attack, at best. What, is that all you've got? I thought you'd last longer. This certainly is something of a disappointment. Especially considering everything that Harmonian officer told us about you. So you have some kind of grudge against you? What was his name again? That guy. He called himself Zaj. Oh, we've heard that name. He was a quiet fellow, but when it came to you, he was surprisingly vindictive. Nash certainly does have his enemies. What was that? Some kind of quick little flashback? What? What did you just say? Hard of hearing, are we? He said we got the information from a Harmonian called Zaj. But enough chit-chat. Here I go! Crossing both my arms, I stopped Seed's attack by blocking it with my gauntlets on my arms. Zaj. That's ridiculous. Shit! Those gauntlets are surprisingly tough. But the next one will be the last. Let's go, Culgan. They're coming. What? if they hit me with that simultaneous magic and sword attack again, there's no way I'll survive. But Zaj. Seed's closing the distance between us with stunning speed. Culgan's rune is shining. But my mind's calm. It isn't simply free of idle thoughts. I've gone beyond feelings and simply feel nothing at all anymore. I'll be breaking the oath I made. But I have to live. They said Zaj. If it's him... Giving in to the temptation of the swords on my back, I made my move. My hands unconsciously reached for and unfastened their clasps. In my right hand is Schwarz, and in my left is Weiss. Slowly they slid out of the sheaths they'd been sealed in. It's over! Schwarz! What now? Weiss! You repelled the lightning? What the devil are those? When I wield these swords, it no longer matters to me who lives and who dies. I had vowed never to use them again, but I couldn't throw them away. And perhaps that will prove to be my downfall. In the name of the Lockheed family, in the name of the dual snake sword, Grosser Fluss. I wielded a sword in each hand, and memories of techniques I'd learned came flooding back. Memories that I'd sealed away. Shit! What the hell is this? Be careful. Those swords aren't just made for killing. I already know that! With Schwarz in my right hand, I make a grand sweeping attack, but it's easily avoided. However, that was just a feint. Gripped in my left hand, Weiss shot out. Though it's a blade, the reason it's called one of the dual snake swords is that it can extend itself. Seed barely managed to defend himself in time. As expected. Shit! That was close! If you're this good with a sword, then why didn't you just use one from the beginning? I flick my wrist and draw the fully extended Weiss back into a blade to repel Seed's counterattack. But Culgan appeared from my blind spot, sword at the ready. He tried to stab me in the throat, but a swing with Schwarz in my right hand easily deflected it. This technique provides quite the defense. It's been too long since I've encountered a foe who could put up a decent fight. This is great. I twist my wrist, and both Schwarz and Weiss are back to sword forms. This is it. I kick up some dirt and rush between the two of them, striking them both at the same time. Culgan managed to avoid Weiss, but Schwarz's blade made contact with Seed. At that instant, Schwarz transformed once again, and, whip-like, twisted around the blade Seed had been about to attack with. Ah! Seed lost his sword and jumped back to avoid Schwarz's attack, but my efforts hadn't been for nothing. Seed! Ah! I'm fine. It just grazed my chest. Gah! Seed had started to get up, but fell down on one knee. Schwarz's deadly poison had already made contact. Too bad. I raised the swords high over my head and twisted my body, but I tripped and stumbled. My left foot is slick with blood. Seed hadn't broken my defense, but when he was being hit by Schwarz, he'd managed to cut my leg with a dagger he had in his left hand. Shit. And I'd made it so far. The poison should be coursing through Seed's system by now, but that still left Culgan. Without the use of both legs, I have no chance of winning against him. Just as I'd feared, Culgan approached me. Oh dear. My whole body is shaking as I try to gather strength into my hands and repel his sword once again, but I end up with his sword at my throat. Sheesh, Seed is hopeless sometimes. You don't fight that recklessly against an enemy you don't fully understand. Good. So now you're gonna kill me on his behalf? While that would please me, you're the only one who would know about the antidote. That's true. Give it to me, and I will spare your life. Won't take me at my word? In the inner pocket of my coat, on the right-hand side, it's the green bottle. This one? Do you trust me? The only guarantee I can offer that it really is the antidote is my word. If you've lied to me, I'll strike you down. And that's no threat. It's the truth, plain and simple. Culgan pulled out the antidote. Letting go of me, returned to Seed's side, and had him drink it. The effect won't be immediately apparent. Carrying the still unconscious Seed, Culgan mounted his horse. We'll call this match a draw. This match, huh? Risking my life over a match. I'll pass, thanks. Is that so? Then I suggest you leave this land as soon as you've recovered. It won't be long before Greenhill becomes a battlefield, too. Thanks for the advice, but I still have my mission. Do as you wish. Till we meet again. With those words, they made their exit. Somehow I'd managed to survive yet again. I was overcome with joy. Whew. Sprawled on the ground, I gazed up at the sky. Clouds floated by, being carried wherever the wind took them. Just like my future. The dog's gonna whine stupidly. It's okay, Gage. Nash survived. It's okay. You don't need to whine. He'll live. Seriously, he'll live. It'll be okay. Trust me. Okay, so save prompt, that's nice. I'll go ahead and save. I guess, yeah. That takes care of episode 3, doesn't it? Yes, good. Alright. Good stuff.